Amy, it's been so long! Congratulations on getting married.
Huh? Sorry, but who is this?
If I said I'm Robin, would you remember?
Really? You mean the woman who left my father and walked out 17 years ago?
That's right! I'm your mother! You were still just in elementary school back then. It takes me back.
What do you want? I don't know how you got my number either, but that's kind of creepy.
Don't worry about that. I managed to send you a message. So let's have a nice mother-daughter relationship from now on. To start off, I'll come live with you to celebrate your marriage.
Live together?
Your husband is the one from the big foreign investment company, isn't he? To lock down such a great catch. You really are my daughter. Anyway, from now on, since you're my daughter, I'd like you to look after your mother.
No way.
What? Why?
First of all, I don't understand anything that you've just said. And I barely even remember your face. You're basically a complete stranger to me. You stabbed my dad in the back and ran off with some other man. And now you just shamelessly reappear all of a sudden? That's a little too suspicious for me. Don't get ahead of yourself.
What? Amy, I'm your mother. How dare you speak to me like that? I still raised you for a few years. Surely there's some gratitude for that.
No way in hell there is.
What?
Leave me alone.
Oh, so that's the attitude you're gonna take? Well, here's something to think about. You've got no future except to live with and look after me from now on.
Hey, Amy, do you have some time right now?
Oh, Christy, hey! I was just about to message you.
It sounds like something happened. Was it Mom?
Yeah, today around lunchtime. I have no idea how she even got my number, but she messaged me on WhatsApp.
Damn it, I was too late.
Did something happen with you, too?
Yeah, today while I was out of the house, Mom apparently snuck in.
Are you serious?
Grandma was home, so it's not like the house was completely empty. But right at that time, she was vacuuming the second floor and left the front door open. Then, Mom came in and looked through Grandma's phone, which was charging on the first floor. I bet that's when she got your number.
How do you know that she snuck in while you were out?
See, after Grandpa died, it's just been me and Grandma living there, right? When I'm out at work, I get a little worried about her. So we discussed it and installed a baby monitor in case anything happens. So everything Mom did got recorded on that.
I see. So she hasn't messaged you at all?
No, not yet. I don't really get why she messaged you instead of me, though.
About that, I think she's getting the two of us mixed up.
Mixing us up? How?
Well, when she messaged me today, she said a few things. She remembered that she divorced Dad and left us 17 years ago, but she also said that I was still in elementary school at the time. And I was supposed to have some gratitude towards her for the few years that she did bring me up. She also congratulated me on my marriage and asked to move in with me and support her financially. I really felt like she's planning something to get you to go live with her.
What the hell? After going through all the pain of childbirth, can someone really confuse their kids? But if she said all that, it really does look like she's mixed up both of our names. In any case, as if I'd ever live with and support that person.
I know, right? But you know what? I was thinking something.
What's that?
I wonder if we can use her own mistake against her and get her out of our lives for good.
Without correcting her mix-up?
See, if she's set on living together, that means that she doesn't fully understand our current situation.
Oh, I see.
So, while she's still trying to make her move, we don't correct her mix-up to buy ourselves some time, right?
That's it.
Well, it depends when she tries to contact us next, but we'll reveal it sooner or later.
But is that okay with you? It'll help me out a lot, but...
Don't worry, it's fine. If she thinks she's talking to you, that means that she won't contact me or Dad.
I guess so.
I'll take it from here. So for the meantime, you, Grandma, and your husband just should go about each day normally. Okay?
Got it, thanks.
Amy, by the way, I just arrived at your new place.
What?
I waited for your new husband to get home, and the moment he unlocked the door, I stole the key, ran in, and locked him out of the house. Plan complete.
So basically, you're going to just be locked inside the house on your own.
Yep. I checked out the fridge, and there's plenty of tasty-looking things for me to eat and drink. Today's the day I'll make you promise to let me live with you and for you to support me.
Aren't you ashamed to call yourself my mother?
Well, I am your mother, so there's nothing to be ashamed of.
I don't want to think of a woman who betrayed her own husband and was unfaithful as my mother. Can't you understand even something as obvious as that?
You're really gonna say something like that?
What do you mean?
I mean, come on. When I heard who your husband was, I was totally shocked.
Why?
Because you're hiding something from him, aren't you?
Hiding something?
Before you met your current husband, you had a relationship with a married man, right? Isn't it possible that you've still got something going on with him even now? And if your husband were to find out, he'd file for divorce, wouldn't he? If you don't want your husband finding out about your affair, you better do what I want.
Oh, that? You mean when I was tricked into thinking that the guy was single and we almost went on a date?
What? Almost went on a date?
Although that guy was a client at work. I guess he had a thing for me, and I felt like it might be okay for me to go out with him. But just as I was about to say okay to his invites, I found out that he was already engaged. And that's where it ended.
Huh? You were about to say okay to a date, but then changed your mind when you found out he was engaged?
Exactly. I have at least that much good sense.
Ha! What a waste.
Don't think I'm anything like you. I'm not just someone who can't tell the difference between random desires and real love.
Tch.
Hey, Amy. We're at JFK right now.
Oh, hey, Christy.
It's boarding time in 10 minutes, so I figured I'd send you a message before I had to turn off my phone.
You're with Grandma and your husband, right?
Of course.
I'm actually texting that woman right now.
Really? Right at this moment?
I know, right? I'm discussing the messages with Dad before I reply.
In that case.
Yeah, in about 5 minutes, I'm going to reveal her mistake to her.
Thanks for doing this for me. I know it must have been annoying.
No problem. Have a safe flight.
Same to you.
Hey,
Oh, I was wondering why you weren't replying.
the apartment that you took over? It's the one on the 5th floor of a building in the Bushwick, right?
Obviously. I saw you go in and out of this apartment, so there's no mistaking it. Since you're going out of your way to ask about your own apartment, that must mean that you're ready to live together.
Did you notice that that apartment is for 3 people?
What?
That's just a temporary place we were staying before moving into our new house.
What are you talking about? Temporary?
I haven't been living there for some time now.
What?
Since we moved out, we've just been staying in a hotel near the airport.
A hotel? Near the airport?
This morning, my older sister Christy linked up with our grandma. And just a few minutes ago, took off to live in a different country.
What? What do you mean moving to a different country? And what do you mean by your older sister, Christy?
Your eldest daughter, Christy.
What are you talking about? My oldest daughter is you, Amy.
I thought so. You mixed up our names.
I mixed them up?
Christy is your eldest daughter. I, Amy, am the second daughter. Basically, the one who married the member of the foreign investment company is Christy, not me.
That can't be. The one I've been messaging this whole time is the younger.
Yep, that's right. For your information, I'm still a high school student.
What? You're still in high school?
Well, to be fair, I did graduate just a few weeks ago. I was born right at the time that you cheated on and divorced Dad. So I'm sure if you do the math, you can figure out how old I am.
If that's the case, I'll have you support me instead of Christy.
What the hell?
You must still be living with your dad, right? In that case, we can get back together, all of us.
Nope, Dad and I are moving to another country too, from a different airport to my sister.
What?
Dad works at the same company as Christy's husband, and they were able to organize a transfer at the same time to the same location. And luckily for me, I was able to go with them since I just graduated high school.
Why would you purposefully leave the country at different times?
Well, there's not really any particularly deeper meaning. After graduating from technical school, Christy was living at Dad's old house with Grandma. At the same time, I was living together with Dad in New Jersey. So it just makes sense to leave from airports that are closer to us.
Huh? Wait, hold on a second. I was so surprised about what you said, so I only just remembered. But did you say that Christy's husband really already left the country?
Yep, they're already on the plane.
Then, this apartment, whose is it?
Oh, you mean the man you stole the key from and kicked out just before?
Yes, who is it?
Who knows?
What?
Are you seriously still in that apartment?
Of course. I mean, I thought this was where Christy was living.
Well, you better get out of there and apologize to the current tenant.
How embarrassing. Hold on, this is getting bad.
What is it?
The police are outside. When did they get here all of a sudden?
The current tenant obviously called them. It's a clear case of breaking and entering after all.
How can you say that so easily?
Anyway, the boarding time is getting close for me and Dad.
No way. Wait!
Goodbye. Sometime later, my dad asked his friend to look into what my mom was doing. Turns out that the man she had been living with since she left had lost his source of income. And so she left him to search for a new person she could leech off. Around that time, she heard about Christy's marriage. And that's when she tried to contact me after mixing up our names and finding my contact details. Then the entire situation with us unfolded. In the end, she was taken in by the police who were called to the apartment she had broken into. But charges were laid and she needed to pay fines and reimbursement. She doesn't have anyone close to call or to ask for help from. So it's up to her to do something on her own. If you ask me, it sounds like the first time in her entire life that she will actually have to do some work. For a woman like her who thought she deserved to be cared for and supported her entire life without giving anything back, it's the beginning of a very miserable life.
David, are you still holed up in your room? Can you help around the house a little more?
What do you want? I'm working right now.
Work? You mean you're just playing some game, right? Will you please get your butt in gear and start working for God's sake? It's already been 3 years since your father died. You do realize that, don't you? You're supposed to be the man of the house. Take care of things.
Like I said, I'm working right now.
And like I said, playing games is not a job.
You just don't understand, Mom. There are all kinds of work that relates to games. Didn't I explain it all to you in the past? And in detail?
You did, but I have no idea what you're talking about. If I don't even know what it is you're doing, how can you call that work?
If you're not going to even try to understand, then just leave me alone. And another thing, if you're gonna ask me to do housework, you should also get Karen to help out too. Why only me?
Karen is always helping out at home. What are you saying? While I'm at work, she helps prepare dinner and she also helps with the laundry and the cleaning. She's the perfect daughter. She's a godsend, unlike you.
Oh yeah? Okay. I bet you wouldn't even believe me if I said I was doing all that.
What an awful brother, taking all the credit from your little sister.
Then why don't you even tell her to work? You do know that she's going on 27, right? No prospects at that age? Is she just gonna stick with being a pro NEET for life?
With Karen, it's all about helping out around the house and supporting the family.
That's the same old BTS that NEET types give as a reason for not working. For people who actually do housework and support the family, as you put it, is disrespectful.
Stop it! How could you say that? Talk about a pot calling the kettle black. You're a neat yourself. With Karen, she actually does help out, so I have no complaints. Besides, it's her way of preparing for marriage, to be a good wife. She's pretty and knows how to take care of the house. Cook. Guys are clamoring to marry her. So, why does she have to work? She's doing just fine.
Oh yeah? Okay, if you say so.
Forget all that. What you should be worried about is yourself. Make something of it. You're already 30. No job, just playing games and lounging around. You'll never get married at this rate.
I keep telling you, I am working. I think I'm making pretty good money, and I also have a girlfriend.
Stop your boasting.
Figured you wouldn't believe me.
Okay, if you're going to say that, why don't you just move out and live alone?
Seriously? You don't mind if I move out, huh?
I'd like to see you try. No income, can't even do any house chores. You have zero experience making it on your own. Living alone? Impossible.
Alright. Don't come crying to me later.
Yeah, I heard that before. That's what people call tit for tat. Maybe you should get a little life lesson. Your dad spoiled you rotten, so this may be a good opportunity for you. It will be a chance for you to really get to know how this world works. Teach you a lesson.
Hey, David, got a minute?
What do you want? If you got something to say, come to my room. You're just like Mom. We're all in the same house, for God's sake. Why use line? What a hassle.
No way, your room probably stinks.
I always clean my room. Besides, I'm sure my room is way cleaner than yours.
That's not why I lined you. With Mom earlier, you didn't blab about me, did you?
Blab about what?
I did tell you that whenever she asked to tell her I did all the chores. You didn't blab about that now, did you?
Even if I did, she wouldn't believe me anyways.
Oh yeah, in that case, no problem.
Okay, so can I get back to work?
Calling your game playing as work again, lol. That's why Mom is always pestering you.
Before lolling me, do something about yourself.
Huh? I don't know what you mean.
Figure it out for yourself.
All high and mighty, lol. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. This weekend, I'm meeting this guy, a possible hubby.
Are you serious?
This guy is, get this, a banker. My friend who's introducing me to him showed me a photo. Wow, handsome. My type for sure. And get this, he says he wants to marry a woman that's the home-loving type. Perfect for me.
I can't believe you! Make me do all the work and put on this fake persona? Won't last, you know.
Well, you just have to continue to do as you're doing. No problem.
Huh?
If the marriage goes through, I plan to live nearby so you can come by and clean up and do the laundry. Even cook while he's at work.
Are you on drugs?
Besides, you'll never get married. Just take care of me for the rest of your life. In exchange, you can stay in your room and play games all day.
I did tell you I have a girlfriend.
Oh yeah, that VR girl.
Nope. A real flesh and blood woman.
Do you really think I'm gonna believe an obvious lie like that? LOL. I gotta hand it to you. Your imagination is impressive, LOL.
Oh yeah. Thanks.
Okay, so that's it. See ya!
You really think your plans will go so smoothly, huh?
Of course. Why wouldn't it?
Hey, David, you have some time?
What?
Hey, where are you living now?
Why do you ask?
Well, you know, at least you can do is tell us your address.
What for? Why should I?
Huh? You know, son.
What is it? Hurry it up. I'm busy.
Was it you who was depositing $800 into my account every month?
Oh, you finally noticed, I see.
Well, yeah. To be honest, I wasn't checking the account at all. And when the bank sends that current balance notification every few months, well, I always just dropped it in the desk drawer.
Oh yeah? Well, if you just withdraw cash from an ATM, all you get is the total amount.
After you left home, I noticed that the total amount seemed to decrease a lot faster. I took my bank book today and...
And you finally saw that I had been depositing money into your account all this time, right? I'm kinda surprised you didn't notice sooner.
I figured Karen was doing all the household stuff and also keeping the budget in order. Since when have you been depositing money?
I guess going on for 5 years now? Well, until recently, that is.
That long ago?
In the beginning, I was just doing part-time work, so the amount was a bit lower. At that time, I was studying to be a scriptwriter, so I wasn't making much.
Script writing?
Yeah, I finished the course, and now I'm writing scripts for various games.
So, this game thing, it's actual work. You weren't making it up?
Yeah, I kept telling you guys, but you guys laughed at me saying I was living in Fantasyland or something. But I worked hard, and now I can make a decent living just writing these game scripts.
Oh, okay, I see. About Karen meeting this new guy. She emphasized that she's the type that loves being home and doing housework, but after going out with him, well...
He found out that she can't do any of that, much less cook, and the whole thing went kaput. Is that about right?
Yes, actually. And then Karen, well, she came clean about it all, that all the housework was done by...
Me? Yeah. How many times have I tried to tell you?
Hey, David, come back home. What do you say?
Huh? Why?
Our home is a total mess.
Oh yeah? Really? As I recall, you left everything up to Dad. You didn't do any of the household chores either.
Well, yeah, but...
After he died, and I started doing everything, you didn't even notice. All you did was believe everything Karen said.
But whenever I got home from work, dinner was ready and Karen was standing in the kitchen.
I made dinner every night. All she did was warm it up and put it on plates. That's all.
How about breakfast?
Anybody can put bread in the toaster and milk in a cup. Even Karen. I cooked the fried eggs and prepared salad the night before. She was always skimming the cream off the top, stealing the limelight. You know what I mean. She just didn't want to work. So she used me to show that she was doing all the household chores. All fake.
I see.
I stayed at home as long as I could under these circumstances. But when you said leave, well, that's when I decided to find my own place.
Please, David.
Sorry, I'm not going back.
But why?
I started living with my girlfriend. I did mention her, didn't I?
Huh? So, a girlfriend. That was true too?
I must have told you about her 100 times.
Okay then, how about you two live with us?
Sorry, that's definitely not happening.
But why?
I can just see you guys making her do the housework and cooking. No way that's happening.
Come on, we wouldn't be that crass.
I should mention, my girlfriend is Chloe.
Huh? That Chloe? Karen's high school classmate, Chloe?
That's right.
Oh, okay then. No problem living together then. She's like family. I mean, Chloe is Karen's best friend, right?
Oh, I see Karen hasn't come clean about that either.
What do you mean?
During high school, Karen made Chloe do all her homework and essays. Made it look as though she did it all on her own. Oh yeah, and apparently Karen stole Chloe's ex-boyfriend too.
Stole him away?
Also, they said there was no proof, and it sort of got swept under the rug. But all the exams? She apparently cheated on all of them. The rumor is that she used her body to curry favor with the teacher, thus getting the answers in advance.
Huh? Are you serious? No way Karen would do such a thing.
As I said, it's a rumor. But the fact is, those rumors spread. And whose fault is it? Where there's smoke, there's fire, as they say. That's the kind of person she was in high school. You know what? Both Chloe and I are victims. When you told me to leave, it was the perfect time to get out and come clean about all this.
You really can't be serious.
So don't expect me to ever go back home again.
But
You, Mom, and Karen, you guys just say what you want and never listen to what I have to say. Or believe anything I tell you. All you guys do is pick and choose what's best for you. You didn't even realize the fact that I was depositing money into your account every month.
that was...
The only person that truly understood me was Dad. And Dad has been gone for 3 years now. So, let's just put an end to all this. To be honest, I want to be free. From both of you.
Come on, David. Don't be like that. At least tell us your address.
I think not.
At least continue to deposit the $800 every month, would you?
I'm paying for my current place. So absolutely not. Besides, you're working, right? What's the problem?
Yeah, about that. I recently quit.
Huh? You quit? Why?
And I'm being sued by my boss's wife for compensation.
Sued for compensation? Are you serious? What'd you do? You didn't have an affair, did you?
Well, it's a long story.
Oh God, please! What the hell is it with the women of this family? Sorry, but I've had it. I never want to see either one of you ever again!
Come on, please, David.
Oh yeah, and about Dad's ashes, I brought them home with me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought so. I've been gone for 3 months, and I heard nothing from you. You've been married to him for so long, but you didn't even notice his ashes were gone?
I was going to.
I believe I made the right decision. Never want to see you guys again. Good riddance. After that conversation, Karen also lined me. But she just ranted on about God knows what. I had no idea what she was talking about, so I just brushed off everything she said. I changed my smartphone number and started all over again. So now I'm free from strife. About Chloe and me, you ask? We moved far away from my hometown. I only informed some relatives on my father's side, and of course Chloe's parents, of our address. So there's no worry of those two charging in on us unexpectedly. I heard from a friend that they were forced to sell the house, and apparently they moved into an old beat-up apartment nearby. Evidently, neighbors have seen them walk past the now empty house on occasion.